Apparently, Meghan Markle is being exposed by Netflix insiders with her upcoming Cooking Friendship Joy series, whatever you want to call it. They're turning around and pretty much saying she was just way too lazy for it. Let me explain more. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught my eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this one, shall we? Because it looks like Megxie might have just been exposed by Netflix insiders, essentially, and I'm paraphrasing here, but saying that she was just way too lazy to actually create this series in the first place. So where am I getting this all from? Well, first and foremost, Royally Sage. If you're not following them on Twitter, do so now. As I've always said, they're a really, really good source of royal news, especially when it comes to the gruesome twosome. And so, yeah, here Royally Sage is saying some tea is coming soon from chefs who were contacted by Rachel for her show. Looks like it was one big infomercial for her projects. She can still release it on her IG though. She does not have to wait for Netflix if she was serious about American Riviera Orchard. And so here she is sharing a blind item from Secondhand Cook. Now, with this being a blind item, as always, my videos, it's opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. But this is definitely like, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. This is a blind item. Take it with a pinch of salt. Do your own research. Come to your own conclusions kind of situation. But Secondhand Cook here is saying there are products. Her intention was to get Netflix to air the cooking show, which is really an American Riviera Orchard infomercial this month, and launch sales using Netflix as a big advertiser. Netflix is saying F you and your American Riviera Orchard too. And it has turned what was certainly a half-assed attempt at a business launch into a non-starter, because her biggest advertising campaign was the cooking show. This is why there were leaks that she was also trying to get Netflix to finance American Riviera Orchard, as if airing her dipshiz 45 minutes HGTV wannabe show obligated them to finance the products pushed through the show. They allegedly have said F that too. I love this for her. Goes on then to say, nothing goes from pre-production to the can in 2 months the way this did, unless it's a short, one episode, one off. So when this was announced, I got the impression, I'm sure a lot of you guys did, this was going to be a series. Like maybe 3, 4 episodes, maybe up to 6, right? It's Netflix at the end of the day. But yeah, nothing goes from pre-production to the can in 2 months the way this did, unless it's a short one episode, one off. A Netflix insiders exposing Megxie for being way too lazy to actually film a full-on series for Netflix when she's being paid reportedly over $100 million. Whoo! Goes on to say, coming soon, a friend of mine invited me to a dinner party, which unexpectedly gave me access to some James Beard award-winning chefs in my area, and I got to spend several hours having a great dinner and even greater conversation with my restaurant friends and these chefs. Since it's looking like I'm going to be able to turn this experience into an article for one of the local or national home and garden and family magazines, I figured I might as well let you know how the tea service was during this particular get-together. 2 of the chefs had first and second-hand information regarding Meghan Markle trying to get somebody in of note to add some legitimacy into whatever the hell that she shot for Netflix that they're not airing. So, Megxie, okay, not only is being exposed through this blind item, let's be real here, it's blind item, okay, as potentially way too lazy, because at the end of the day, to film something and get it from production into the can in 2 months, as Secondhand Cook says, it's unheard of unless it's a very, very short one-off episode that you've done. Yeah, I got the impression this whole cooking thing was going to be a series, not just a one-off episode. So that indicates to me that they're trying to expose her as being way too lazy. And then secondly, according to Secondhand Cook here, he spoke to chefs that had first and secondhand knowledge of this production for Megxie and the cooking show in Netflix, and they're turning around and saying Megxie tried to get an important, famous chef to add legitimacy to all of this, and basically failed. Well, let's put it this way, guys. When she has an ex called Corey Vitello, who is a celebrated, well-known, world-renowned chef in Canada, and she allegedly, tries to take credit for one of Corey's pasta dishes, saying that she created it and not Corey, I think the chef world may know how much of an alleged plagiarizing cowbag Megzy is. Because Corey Vitello, being a world-renowned famous chef, I can only imagine will have spoken to other world-renowned chefs that he will have known about and spoken to them about Megzy and what she allegedly did. That would have left a very, very bad taste in their mouths. You get the joke? I thought I did really, really well with that pun. Anywho, so yeah, no wonder Megzy allegedly tried to get a world-famous chef on her series and failed, because if what happened with Corey Vitello is true, I would imagine Megzy is essentially blacklisted in the whole famous chef A-list community. Let's put it that way. But with that being said, let's go back to this, because at the end of the day, with all this going on, has she just been exposed by Netflix insiders for being way too lazy when it comes to the filming of a series? As Secondhand Coke says here, nothing goes from pre-production to the can in 2 months the way this did, unless it's a short one-episode, one-off situation. Now, we've seen this situation happen before, and it was with Spotify, right? They got paid. Well, they were contracted anyway. Apparently, over $20 million. And what did they do? A one-off episode at Christmas and then the Archetype series, and that was it. Even one of their executives turned around and called them effing grifters after they got fired and dropped by Netflix. Are we going to be hearing the same thing from a Netflix insider soon? Spotify got it right. They are grifters. We should have dropped them sooner. Spotify did the right thing and dropping them as soon as possible. We should have dropped them too. Oh my goodness, what are we lumbered with? She's too lazy. She's a grifter. She only made one episode for this cooking show. What the hell are we paying over $100 million for? Ooh, I can only imagine more Netflix insiders coming out of the woodwork and speaking, albeit anonymously, about this whole shiz show. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, of course, there's going to be more. You do not want to miss my next episode. Then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe when I can get my teeth back in. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever, and help us get to 1 million so we can also get that gold play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Also, as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about alleged Netflix insider saying that she was too lazy to film this series, are you surprised that she's too lazy allegedly to film this series? I bet you got some thoughts about that, and if you do, then why not send me a super thanks? It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.